What's up, everyone out there on YouTube? How's everything going? Back with another review. Like I said, I came off the Spider-Man tip, and I was going into the X-Men, and I was digging through, the crate and see what I can find. I can kind of do a good transition. And I know we're in 2011, going into 2012, and this was released back in 2009. So here you go, 2 years later, almost 3. So I would say this is the 28th anniversary of the Secret Wars. First up in the Secret Wars lineup is the Marvel Universe comic packs, and of course this is the Magneto versus Black Costume Spider-Man. Now, the Secret Wars, if you guys don't already know what they are, was actually something. It was actually a bunch of heroes and villains taken from Earth and transported to another planet that they can be pitted against each other. Even Galactus somehow was involved, but it was done by a dude named Beyonder. Now, the Beyonder is, I guess, some sort of all-powerful, omnipotent being, and he threw a lot of cats out there. X-Men, Fantastic Four, Avengers, Spider-Man, and he actually threw the Black Costume Spider-Man in there at the time. And they fought Doctor Doom, Galactus, Doc Ock, Ultron, Kang, obviously Magneto. You name it, there was a whole slew of characters out there. And the Marvel, they showed in their Secret Wars lineup other guys, like the Absorbing Man, Iron Man, Spider-Woman, and so on and so on and so on. But this is true to heart because this was the only Magneto released. Now, there's a new Magneto that's out there, and he's here somewhere. New Magneto is this one, which is the Ultimate Alliance Magneto from the game, and it has a different color scheme, and as you can see, they got the same cape, same helmet, but a different body. The body on the Magneto inside the packaging is the same one as the Daredevil buck, and the one inside the Magneto single card is the Ghost Rider / AIM Soldier. But I'm not opening up that Magneto. I'm opening up this Magneto. And of course, the Black Costume Spider-Man is actually all black, matte black, has no blue highlights like the other one did in the single carded Marvel Universe lineup. So let's get him open. Let's take a look at this magazine. And there it is. Let's get these boys out. Let's get these guys up here. Spider-Man, I've done his review. I've done all the Spider-Mans and I've done all his bucks, and it's the same articulation. Nothing changes. Alright. Now this is a Black Costume Spider-Man. This is actually the symbiote that he's wearing. Apparently the Marvel Universe lineup one with the blue highlight is actually a cloth version. It's not the actual symbiote. This is the actual symbiote. So in case you guys are keeping count on who's who, what's what with the Spider-Man world. This is what Venom is using. This is the costume Venom uses, which is the symbiote. So you guys are keeping score. Let's talk about Magneto. Magneto comes with what they call the Daredevil buck because it has the same articulation as Spider-Man. The legs will pop out, has the swivel or the pivot ankle, right? Double jointed knee right there. Okay, has the ball jointed shoulder, single jointed elbow, wrist articulation. Okay, ball hinged head, which by the way pops right off. Ha 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 ha. And of course his cape. The back of his body, if you want to know what it looks like. Magneto's cape, for some oddball reason, has this weird fold. And if you feel, the best way I can describe his cape is like Laffy Taffy. It feels stretchable, right? And you can't open it. It's not. Look at that fold. It's permanent. It's not a fake fold. It's not a fold that they did by accident. They purposely made a fake fold. And this is found in the new Magneto, which I'll review later, but this is inside of it is actual latex, and it's not hollow at all. So go figure, right? There's the what they call rivets, right? So let's put his cape back on and his head. We don't want to have him a headless Magneto. He needs his head to conquer the world. Now, what I love about Magneto is he's labeled a villain, but he's more of a civil rights leader. You know, I know he's no Martin Luther King or nothing like that, but in the world of comics, the world of mutants, he is their Martin Luther King, or actually more of the Malcolm X, at least the earlier incarnations of Malcolm X. Cool thing about him is that he fights for mutant equality, and if you don't want to give it to him, he's tired of asking. He just takes it. You know, he takes his job seriously. You know, there's a lot of mutants in the Marvel Universe, and each one of them will come across Magneto in a good way or bad way. But Magneto, you know, master of magnetism, basically anything metal he can control, he gets a bad rap. You know, it is not his fault. You got to look at someone like Magneto in his situation. He's got to do everything by any means necessary to uplift his people and give his people equal rights. People want to look at mutants as a minority and it's different, and people fear them and people attack them. Magneto's just that kind of guy who attacks back. Don't push him, he'll push you back. In the Secret Wars, he's labeled as a bad guy. I mean, growing up, I didn't know Magneto's plight. I really didn't pay attention. You're a kid. All you think about is guys in costumes and the Incredible Hulk and the Juggernaut and the Thing. And you see these guys and it's like, you know who's good, you know who's bad, and that's all you really care about. You really don't get into the details of what kind of character they are. Magneto has a strong character, but back in the 80s and 90s, he was just labeled as a villain. Any other villain. Dr. Doom wants to take over the world. Magneto's no different. So this is what they're perceived as. And you know, it's cool that they gave you a Magneto, old school Magneto like this, because the new one they gave you is a different Magneto that everyone remembers. So we don't have a Professor X yet. We will be getting one soon, from what I understand, and hopefully that comes soon. But I think by March 2012, we should have a Professor X, from what I understand. And we'll definitely be posing those two guys together, Professor Xavier and Magnus, or whatever he's known as, Eric. I think he's some sort of Holocaust survivor. I think in the comic books it says it. Here's the Secret Wars magazine. Has the 70th anniversary Marvel Universe logo, Marvel Comics logo. It was 2009 when this was released. This is the 25th anniversary comic. And just like the other comic that I reviewed, it's not made of like comic book paper, but more of a glossy magazine finish. And obviously it's working last a little bit longer. It is an anniversary thing. Inside, you know, it gives you the breakdown of what's going on in this particular segment of the comics. You can see there's the Lizard, Kang, which, you know, I reviewed. And even the good guys section, you can see them up there. There's Thor, Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, Iron Man, what's her name? Spider-Woman, Incredible Hulk. Looks like Spiderman and Human Torch. I can't tell who that other girl is, but whoever she is. There's the Enchantress, Dr. Doom, Ultron. And yeah, it just shows you like how cool these figures are with time. There's the Wrecker over here and his wrecking crew. I think Miss Marvel is there. Absorbing Man, Doc Ock. A lot of cool characters. I don't know why they didn't give us a Mr. Fantastic that stretch. They gave us a Mr. Fantastic. He just sits there and poses. The whole thing about Mr. Fantastic is that he stretches, but who am I to judge? I don't know who this lady with the afro is, so if anybody's watching, give me a hint. I don't know why I don't know her, but It's a cool comic. I mean, I'm gonna read it on my own, but it's nice that they package these things with you now. Especially the Secret Wars, something that took place, 28 years ago. On the back is Marvel Universe. The figures that they have. This is the one I'm missing. If anybody's got a solid color vision, I have the variant clear vision. I don't want that Wolverine, but I want that vision. If anyone's got it, it's got the same buck as that Magneto. But let me know. Maybe I'll trade for something. I want to thank you guys for posting in, subscribing, and watching. Leave the comments. If anyone wants to see a side-by-side comparison. There is the other Black Spiderman. As you can see, they have two different hues to it. One has the blue tint, one doesn't. And I compared Magneto earlier. And the Secret Wars will continue. I have more Secret Wars to go over with, and more Marvel comic 2-packs. But I thank you for tuning in. He's the OG villain gangster of the evil Brotherhood of Mutants. I hope we get a Toad for Marvel Universe. I hope we get a Richter. I hope we get a who else goes there? Pyro. Pyro would be a very, very cool character. We've got a Sabretooth. We've got somewhat of a Blob, but he's way too expensive for what they're giving us. We want a very definitive Blob, not a one-hand slam motion like they had for the Wolverine origin story. But we really want to build up that evil Brotherhood of Mutants. So Hasbro, if you're listening, shoot us some characters. Let us know. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in. See you next time. I'll be doing some more X-Men. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Thanks.